So in this video we're going to look at the first of the exercises from exercise book 3. Now these are a bunch of exercises to give you practice in constructing and drawing more complex shapes in SketchUp, because obviously you're going to need things more than just circles and rectangles and rounded corner rectangles, things like that. So this is just a way for you to get used to building more complex shapes. And one of the things we looked at in previous videos was using guidelines, and guidelines are going to be hugely important for you in these exercises also. So please make sure that you remember to use guidelines. Let's get started. So you can see in this one, it's a fairly simple shape. It's a rectangle and it's got some rounded corners, but here we have this kind of circular shape, which is all part of the same piece. You can see the dimensions of it right here. So we're starting off with a rectangle which is 300 by 200. So let's first draw that. Just draw my rectangle, type 300, 200, and you can see now you can see it seems like it's disappeared, but actually it hasn't. It's because the view that I have right now is extremely zoomed out. So the easy way to get in and find my shape is to hit this button, which is the zoom extents button, and if I click it once, it'll take me straight to where the shape that I just drew is located, and there it is. Right, 300 by 200, what's the next thing I have to do? So if you look closely at this drawing, you can see that there's a center line extending up from the side there vertically, and there's another center line here. Now if you see a center line and it looks like it's going through the middle of the circle, that's indicating to you that is the center of the circle where those two lines meet. So what you can assume here then is that the center of this circle is on the corner of our rectangle. So let's draw that first then. So I've got a radius of 100 right here, and then a radius of 70. So let's come back to SketchUp. And the nice thing here is that I can use the corner of my rectangle as the center point of my circle. Along that edge, type 100 as my radius, and then 70 as my inner radius. Now you're probably noticing there's a bit of a difference in the sizes here, and it doesn't look quite like the sketch in the drawing. Well, what you've got to do is just basically follow what the drawing is telling you, and if it doesn't look quite like it, well, that's just what you're going to have to do. So I'm just going to select all these bits that I don't need. Oh, I need that surface, so don't delete that. Basically it's all these lines that I've got to get rid of. Now just let me double check that those are lines I don't need. I think that's true. Let's have a look. Yep, that's good. And then all I need to do is, oh wait, no, that's not true, is it? I need to keep this line right here. No, that's not true either. Okay, let's do that again. I need that, I need that, I need that, and I need that. Though, not that, that. Those are the things I need to delete. And that is the shape that I want. Now I can delete that center surface there, and it gives me then the basis of my shape that I'm drawing. Now you can see from the problem I just had now that sometimes you need to think a little bit about what you need to delete and what you need to keep, but that's fine because you have Command Z or Control Z if you're using a Windows machine. That allows you to go back, right? So let's have a look. Talking about going back, let's have a look back at our sketch, and we need on each of these corners a radius of 40. So we know now from our previous exercises that we can use the 2-point arc for that purpose. Clicking once here, moving over here and moving along until it turns pink, clicking a second time, and moving until that turns pink, typing my radius of, which is 40. And then I can just go along, get close to those points without touching the line, double click, and that gives me instantly the same radius that I just did. And there's my shape. Now, last thing to do is pull it up, and the thickness is also 40. So let's do that. type in 40, radius, done. And that is the first exercise complete.